Hello and welcome to the English and IELTS Mastery Hub, your go-to podcast for acing the IELTS exam. I'm your host, Zia. If you're looking to boost your score and speak with confidence, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Today, we're diving into a topic that almost everyone encounters in the IELTS speaking test, hobbies. And to help us explore some high-level vocabulary, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Alec.
Thanks for having me, Zia. It's great to be here. The hobbies topic might seem simple, but it's a golden opportunity to showcase your vocabulary. Examiners often use it in Part 1 to help you relax and get comfortable, but using precise and sophisticated language right from the start can make a fantastic first impression and set a positive tone for the rest of the test.
That's so true. Instead of just saying, I like reading or my hobby is playing football, using more descriptive words can elevate your response from a band 6 to a band 8. So let's get into our first word.
Absolutely. Our first word is avid. A-V-I-D. Avid describes someone who has a keen interest or enthusiasm for something. It's a fantastic alternative to saying you really like something because it implies a deeper, more active engagement. For example, you could say, I'm an avid follower of science fiction series, and I've seen almost every classic film in the genre.
That's a great example. You could also apply it to collecting. For instance, my grandfather is an avid stamp collector. He has albums filled with rare stamps from all over the world. It shows passion and dedication.
Exactly. It's a powerful adjective. So what's our next word, Zia?
Our next word is dabble. D-A-B-B-L-E. To dabble means to take a casual or non-serious interest in an activity. It's perfect for describing hobbies you enjoy but aren't an expert in, or something you've only recently started. For example, I wouldn't call myself an artist, but I like to dabble in watercolor painting on the weekends.
That's a very useful one. It showed self-awareness. Another example could be, while my main passion is music, I also dabble in learning new languages through mobile apps. It suggests you're trying something out without a deep commitment.
Precisely. It adds a nice layer of nuance to your answer. Ready for our third word, Alec?
Let's hear it. Our third word is meticulous. M-E-T-I-C-U-L-O-U-S. This describes someone who is very careful, precise, and pays great attention to detail. This is excellent for hobbies that require precision. For example, I find that being a meticulous planner is essential for my hobby, which is building intricate model airplanes. Every single piece has to be placed perfectly, and any small mistake could ruin the final product. This word strongly communicates the nature of the hobby and the personality of the person doing it.
I love that. It works well for creative pursuits, too. You could say she is meticulous about her embroidery, with every stitch being perfectly uniform. It paints a very clear picture of her skill and dedication.
A very vivid image indeed. All right, let's move on to our final word for today. It's a great one for describing how a hobby makes you feel.
Yes, and that word is therapeutic. T-H-E-R-A-P-E-U-T-I-C. If something is therapeutic, it makes you feel happier, healthier, and more relaxed. It's a sophisticated way to say your hobby helps you de-stress. For instance, an examiner might ask you why you enjoy your hobby. You could reply, for me, gardening is incredibly therapeutic. Spending time outdoors and tending to my plants helps me unwind after a long week at the office.
An excellent point. It connects the activity to an emotional benefit. Another example could be, I find that going for a long run along the river is a therapeutic experience. It clears my head and boosts my mood for the rest of the day.
Let's move on to our next word, which is particularly relevant in today's world. Sedentary. S-E-D-E-N-T-A-R-Y. It describes a lifestyle with a lot of sitting and very little physical activity. It's useful for contrasting active hobbies with more passive ones.
That's a great one. You could say, My job is quite sedentary, so I make an effort to go hiking on weekends to stay active. It shows the examiner you can talk about both problems and solutions related to your lifestyle.
Absolutely. Now for a word that describes a personality type often linked to social hobbies: gregarious. Gregarious. A gregarious person is fond of company and sociable. It's a fantastic word for explaining why you enjoy group activities.
An excellent choice. For instance, being a gregarious person, I'm a member of several clubs and enjoy hobbies that involve teamwork and interaction, like playing in a band.
That's a perfect example. Next up is proficient. Proficient. It means skilled and experienced. You can use it to describe a high level of ability in a hobby you've practiced for a long time.
Exactly. You might say, after years of practice, I've become proficient in playing the classical guitar. It sounds much more impressive than just saying, I'm good at it.
It certainly does. And for our final new word, let's look at alleviate. Alleviate. This means to make something bad, such as pain or a problem, less severe. It's a great verb to use when explaining the benefits of your hobby. Perfect. So let's quickly recap our 8 Band 8 vocabulary words for hobbies. Avid for passionate interest, dabble for casual participation, meticulous for detailed and precise activities, therapeutic for relaxing and healing hobbies, sedentary for describing a lifestyle with little activity, gregarious for sociable people who enjoy groups, proficient for being skilled in something, and alleviate for making something less severe.
Try to incorporate these into your practice answers. Using just 1 or 2 of them correctly can really impress the examiner and demonstrate a wider range of vocabulary.
And now we want to hear from you. What are your hobbies? What do you love to do in your free time? Head down to the comments section and let us know. Try to use one of the words we discussed today. We'd love to see your examples.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for tuning in to the English and IELTS Mastery Hub. Keep practicing, and we'll talk to you next time.